We have to record fast. My fucking Wi-Fi keeps going out.
We gotta
Please,
go right now,
I'm gonna
dude. My
go fucking insane.
My computer's fucking shitting itself, dude. This
Bro.
fucking sucks.
Zoink scoobs.
What the hell, man?
Hey guys, welcome to the Cosmic Panel, where today we're going to be discussing our weekly polls. Elias, what do you have for your first poll?
Holy crap! I have Action Comics number 1054. This book has been really, really cool.
I like that you went from not liking Superman at all to really liking this run.
Yeah.
Did you ever get to read the World saga, by the way?
No, I haven't.
You probably should. It's really good.
I would like to, for sure. This run's been fantastic, though. The orphans from Warworld are shaping up to be really interesting characters. And I'm really excited to read 1054 because the last issue, I don't know their names that well. Do they say their names? Oso Ra, and Otho Ra, right? So Otho Ra's
they're really
the girl.
Kryptonian names.
Yeah, so
like
Otho Ra fucking like attacked the protesters, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, it just really went to 100 so quickly.
Yeah. It was a very
But I also
dramatic
love-
moment, though, so it's very cool.
I love their interaction though with John. Like them asking like, John, do you hate us? And he's just like, no, it's not like that.
It's not you guys, it's me.
Yeah, it's shit that I have to deal with, and I love that because it's like, yeah, that at least he's realizing that.
Yeah, that was a really touching moment. I'm glad that they had that, and I'm really just curious to see how they're going to deal with Otho Ra attacking that the group of protesters.
So my first pick is a strange one I honestly did not expect. Deep Cuts #1. So this is actually a story about New Orleans in 1917. It's a story about jazz. And it's going to be a mini, 6 issues, double-length issues, about jazz and the stories of New Orleans within that time period. The reason why I chose to really check it out is because it's being written by Kyle Higgins.
Yeah.
Who does Radiant Black, so kind of crazy that he's just like, yeah, I'm going to write about jazz.
Yeah, I'm very curious.
Yeah, like I'm legitimately so curious on what he's gonna bring because that seems like so out of his wheelhouse.
Yeah.
From all his previous stuff, so this definitely feels like a passion project. If he's gonna do it, like it doesn't feel like he was forced to do this or anything like that. Especially with how many books he's writing right now, like No One, Reading Black, like he has enough work.
Right.
So yeah, let's see how this goes.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see. Maybe he's a jazz head. Maybe he's a real fan.
That would honestly make a lot of sense if he's just like really into music.
Yeah, I mean, I always say that jazz and comics go well together. So I think this is a cool fusion to see. Next up for me, I have Unstoppable Doom Patrol #2. I really loved #1. I thought it's a great direction for the Doom Patrol to go. They really set their status quo down, and they did it in front of Batman, came into Gotham and just said, hey, even though this is your territory, we are taking care of these guys. These, freaks are our people, and we're going to take them in and take care of them. So that was really awesome. And then they also set up something with the Brain, and they killed him off. So that was very surprising.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was actually not expecting that. But also, apparently this is a 6-issue limited.
Oh yeah, look at that.
What the fuck, man?
They must have just tacked that on because there's no way that was on.
It wasn't on the first issue.
Shit.
I'm now so pissed. Bro, just give Doom Patrol.
I guess it didn't sell.
No, but it did though. That's the crazy thing.
I wonder where that happened though. I don't know. It's very odd to just tack that on to the second issue all of a sudden.
Yeah, it feels like clickbait.
That's a bummer.
But anyway, should be fun.
Really loving this team. I'm loving the chemistry between all the members. It's just great to see them back in action. So yeah, excited to read this.
Next up for me is Green Arrow #1, start of a new ongoing for Green Arrow. Joshua Williamson's writing this, who's currently writing Superman and wrote Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths. I swear, Joshua is like very, very random with his quality of work. Like sometimes he's amazing, and then sometimes he's not. And I think it really shows when he's working with a team versus when he's working on a specific character. His Robin run, amazing. His Superman run apparently so far has been really good. This Green Arrow run, I expect it to be good, but Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths was a mess. So it was like,
Yeah.
it's kind of showing that I really think he should just stick to one character at a time. Him trying to do like be DC's architect really doesn't work. It doesn't. He's very much a person that loves the minutia of characters,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't do that when you're tackling like 50 characters in one book.
Right.
But yeah, no, I'm really excited to see Connor Hawke meet his dad again for the first time.
Yeah.
Because Connor Hawke, if you didn't know, disappeared after the whole universe rebooted, and then this version of Connor Hawke suddenly appeared again during the Robin run. No explanation for how he like appeared. He just randomly appeared, and like this, the League of Assassins took him in, or League of Shadows, I think, took him in,
Mm-hmm.
and he had like no memories, and then he slowly remembered. But like Oliver doesn't know about him at all. Like he doesn't have a kid in this universe, so it's like, will he remember him at all?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
pretty interesting.
Very curious to see what they're going to do with another Green Arrow ongoing. You know, does he have a big roadmap? Is he kind of going to take it arc by arc? Does he have like one big plan? So it'll be interesting.
We also have like Oliver's quote unquote dead right now, so it's like
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to tackle that at all.
so because he died in Dark Crisis, like that was the whole thing, was like because him and Black Canary, like their perfect worlds would never be good without each other. Like someone had to like stay behind and close the gates, and so he did it
Okay.
and died. Like that was like the only real like emotional moment in the entire event.
Okay.
And now it's being taken away.
Yeah, like pretty fast too, and I don't know how they're going to bring him back to life, but
Yeah, it's
We'll
pretty
see.
wild. Yeah, I guess so. What's next up for you?
next up for me is the Riddler Year 1, #4. Really been loving this series. I think it captures the essence of the Batman movie really well, but also expands upon it. Stevan Subic on the art is fantastic. And Paul Dano is surprisingly killing it with the writing. I think he really understands the character
Perfectly.
Yeah.
You could tell the character is his own now.
Definitely. He's doing a good job of not having a lot of movie-based comics are known to tread water and not have a lot to say, because obviously they can't affect the movie, so they always have to be either prequel or kind of dance around the main plot. But I feel like this is doing an amazing job of keeping the audience captivated and interested in what the Riddler's doing and what he's, plotting and planning and everything he gets into. Yeah.
I love all the references too, like the Reddit, the 4chan knockoff being called Nigma.
Nigma.org, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
Like little references like that, and like we know where he's going, but it's really interesting to see like him slowly piecing together, like, oh, this like the entire system's corrupt. I can't go to the cops. I can't go to anyone.
Yeah. And slowly, using the internet forum to get his information, to get where he needs to go. And I just really feel like the art and the words just are in perfect harmony here. And that's amazing to see,
I also love when Paul Dano just writes, like actually physically writes on the page.
Yeah.
Like the scribblings, like it's like, oh my God. It just looks like the scrawlings of a madman.
Right. It's great. I know now what I must become, and he just writes it fucking 40 times.
Yeah, it was like, what the
crazy.
fuck, man?
So nuts. So yeah, super hyped to read this new issue.
And you can tell he wrote it each time like differently because like he like actually wrote it 4 times because like it's each time it's like different slightly. It's actually insane. The commitment.
Also, Mike Mignola variant on this issue, which is sick.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
Ooh. These covers though are also amazing.
Yeah, the covers have been sick. I don't know why I didn't realize Bill Sienkiewicz has been doing all these covers.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, I thought it was just Savan, but apparently
Yeah, I thought it was too. It's very much in that style, so I kind of thought it was. This has been amazing. I'm excited to see where this goes and where this ends.
Yep.
Because I'm pretty sure it ends at issue 5. So, yeah, look at the issue 5 cover. What the fuck?
Oh wow, look at that.
That is literally a summary of the movie. What the fuck? That's
Yeah,
actually
that's awesome.
wild.
That's great.
That's so good.
Yeah, after I read 5, after 5 comes out, I'm definitely gonna be
Rewatching
watching
the
movie
film.
again. Yeah.
Bro, it's going to be insane.
Fantastic.
Okay, next up for me is World Tree #1, new James Tynion book. So I expect this to be immediately bought by Netflix and
Yeah.
streaming next year.
Yep. Ship it off.
Yeah, already. I think it's really interesting. There's not much to go off of, but the story of it from the summary alone looks really interesting. I'll read it out to you. In 1999, Gabriel and his friends discovered the Undernet, a secret architecture to the internet. They charted their exploration on a message board called World Tree. Then they lost control. Someone broke into World Tree, someone who welcomed the violent hold the Undernet had on them. At great personal cost, Gabriel and the others thought they sealed the Undernet away for good. They were wrong, and now they will know the meaning of fear. So it's another horror book, which, I mean, that's his wheelhouse. And it's the current artist for Detective Comics, which is also really good.
Cool.
But yeah, he has a packed team. He has the Eisner winning colorist Jordi Belair, Eisner nominated letterer Adita Bidikar. Like, this man really just got the all-star team just for this book. So
it's a lot of people.
No, it's a ton. So I'm excited. I mean, hey, there's plenty to do, and it's giving me kind of Ghost in the Shell vibes from the look of the variant covers and the art and the main character.
So my next pick. So my next pick is Vanish #6. This has been a fantastic series so far. I'm glad that we're getting one with less of a break in between. So basically, issue 5 was a big kind of twist.
Moon Knight-esque
twist in which we find out that maybe this is not real. So now we're sort of left questioning, is Oliver crazy, or are these is magic real? So at the end of issue 5, we also Oliver got home and saw what looked like there was quite a struggle in his house. So I'm very curious as to what struggle went on between his wife and
Yeah, I mean, she definitely didn't go down easily. But I'm more interested also in the Dark Lord. I kind of want to see what's happening with Baron Vanish. Because, I mean, this book is named after him. So I think that's very interesting. But also, apparently we're going to be getting the true story behind him. So I think that's very interesting that we're going to be starting to actually get background on him.
Yeah. There's a lot of lore in this universe for sure that I think needs to be explored. So I'm excited.
Yeah. Next up for me is Ambassadors #3. Wasn't a huge fan of issue 1, but issue 2 really sold me on this book, honestly.
Okay.
Issue 2 basically had this one guy. He basically sacrificed himself to save this person, and he went into a coma. And basically, the ambassadors chose him to be the representative for India. India's basically the superpowered India, or India's superhero, superpowered India, India's superhero. So it was pretty interesting seeing him deal with that, but also the fact that the girl he saved, he had a crush on. But now that girl is now dating his best friend because 5 years passed. So
Mm-hmm.
like they didn't think he would ever wake up. They no
Right.
no no they thought he was dead. That was the thing. He was actually in a coma, but they thought he was dead. Um, but yeah, no, he has powers. He has like gravitational powers and stuff. And so this looks like it's gonna be meeting another duo, another group of people from England. Oh no, from Paris. And so I'm actually interested to see how this keeps going because so far I'm actually invested in the other characters.
Word. Very cool. Next up for me, my final and top poll of the week is Sins of Sinister Dominion number 1. Um, this
So
is
excited.
the conclusion of the Sins of Sinister saga. There's a lot to wrap up here. It's a $5.99 book. So I think they'll be able to get it done.
52 pages, yeah.
Um, the end of I'm trying to think what we haven't talked about. The end of Nightcrawlers number 3. We actually had a Moira reveal, which was pretty shocking to me. The Nightcrawlers 3 issue, just in general, was quite amazing.
Yeah,
Um,
Juggernaut.
Awesome Juggernaut moment of him just breaking through the sphere, and also just going through the Galactus Spirit of Vengeance. And yeah, fantastic issue. Really kind of tied up all the loose ends. Finished off Mother Righteous, so now it's just supposedly the main Sinister and also Moira.
Yeah. Should be interesting either way. Because Moira, if Moira gets her info sent back to her, that could spell doom for a lot of the mutants.
Yeah,
But also, if Sinister sends his info back, that means another timeline is gonna happen.
right.
So I really don't know in which scenario anyone wins. I think everyone loses no matter what.
Yeah,
I think out of the both of them though, I think I'd prefer Moira. And I feel like that's where it's gonna go, especially since we're gonna be going into Fall of X.
right. I guess I can only hope that somebody chucks the heart out in space or destroys the heart thing,
Someone else
because
does it other than them.
that's annoying.
Yeah. Someone has to send some message back or it's just gonna repeat again. So it needs to happen.
Mother Righteous was annoying as shit at the end there, so I'm glad that I'm glad that the final Nightkin killed her.
Yeah, Wagnerine.
Yeah.
So my final poll for this week is Behold Behemoth. I can't believe this is the final issue. It feels like there's so much more story to tell, and it
Only 5 issues.
it fucking pisses me off that this is only getting 5 issues.
It's a shame.
The art is phenomenal. The story is super telling, like super interesting, super engaging. Um, and the two characters are Ren and Gray are just so interesting, like as characters. Like they don't have a father daughter dynamic at all,
Mm-hmm.
and like Gray almost hates her,
Yep.
like in a way, but it's not because of her. It's because of the Behemoth. Because the
Mhm.
Behemoth killed his brother. So it's a very interesting dynamic where they both realize that they can't be angry at each other, but they both need each other at the same time.
Right. But yeah, I mean, issue 4 left us with, hey, Ren's gonna die if you want to, get rid of this behemoth. So it's really intense. It built up super fast, and it's a shame because it definitely could have benefited from being an ongoing.
yeah, like 5 more issues. I feel like
At
just
the
having them
least.
visit towns and like Ren being forced to use the Behemoth or hold it back like every now and then. Like I want to know why the military cares about their world, them. Like I want to know
Yeah.
more about what the Behemoths are. Like there's so much more I need to know about this world, and it's just
Yeah.
like how did he get the staff? Is that like just a part of like just the Behemoth coming? Is just like getting the staff? Like,
Right.
but yeah, like I just wanted to learn so much more. And why is Gray having like these awful like attacks from Behemoth because of his connection to the Behemoth. So it's like,
Yeah.
why is his connection so toxic?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just because this behemoth in particular is corrupt, and that's what they're saying. Is like this behemoth is trying to break free. So apparently, they're saying that it latched onto Gray first, because he was brothers,
Yeah,
because he was the brother. But then it saw even a weaker connection,
with
or a
Ren.
weaker host rather, which was with Ren, because there's never been a child host before.
Yeah,
So this behemoth basically just wants to break out of its host and just, I guess, wreak havoc because it's been tainted by hell. So yeah, I think it's pretty masterful in how it has handled this 5-issue format. The flashbacks to past and going back to the future and stuff like that were pretty cool. And the art and the paneling really also helps along the story very, very well. So yeah, the art's amazing.
yeah, especially during action scenes. Like the paneling, I think is really interesting because it doesn't follow traditional block square format. It kind of just flows into each other at times, which I think is exactly like makes that series, those scenes so interesting, is that you're just like flowing from one thing to another.
Yeah,
like the scene of like Gray taking out those soldiers just like read so easily.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I wish, hopefully maybe in the future this gets a sequel series. Like I feel like this could easily be like
one of Boom's like better books. I mean,
yeah, like
just in general, this is one of Boom's best things right now.
It's giving me Last of Us vibes, but with a more nuanced take. Like it's not copying Last of Us, but like the relationship between Ren and Gray are very much similar in that regard. Of like Gray just wants to get rid of her, and Ren is just a person that was trying to live a normal life, but now is stuck with this impossible weight on her shoulders.
Yeah.
And like I would have loved to see them just going cross country, like a couple issues, like Ren sees for the first time like these animals or this place, like.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, hopefully this gets a sequel series. If not, hopefully this ending is good. But yeah, this is my top pick for the week.
Yeah, a good choice for sure.
Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. This has been the Cosmic Panel with the weekly polls. Remember to like, subscribe, support your local comic shop, and read comics. See you.